Hello everybody, Reggie Time here again, picking up from the last video where we're playing some 15L Snap. Don't forget to hit like if you're liking my content. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and join the Facebook group if you're capable of being a decent human being and not some random internet like keyboard warrior type. Yeah, let's get stuck in. Let's get stuck in. Some different tunes on this one. By the way, if there are no tunes, it's because I've had to repost the video without the background music. We've got away with it so far on the first video I've got. This is the 6th video. I've only released one so far, and I got a copyright notice on YouTube, but they said basically you're alright. But there might be adverts on your channel, so if you do see adverts, it's not from me. I'm not making anything from this channel. It will just be because of the background music, and they might put some adverts on because of that. So I do apologise if you are getting adverts. I promise you I'm not making a penny from them. Trying to get as many videos in the pipeline as I can whilst I'm on my snap kick. It won't last forever. Eventually we'll go running back and playing something else, so if I can get 3 or 4 weeks of the videos in the can in a week, then by recording pretty much all my evening sessions when the wife's in bed, that is precisely what I'll do. Unfortunately, the ace hits. Expect this guy to bet if he does have the ace. This play just doesn't bet here without something that's beating 2 kings. It's just not how he plays. He's like a super mega, like, just bad nit regular. He pretty much face up constantly. It's really easy to play against. I'm just very comfortable just folding the kings to him there like they're nothing. He's that bad. As far as regulars go, he's bad anyway. If you're watching the channel, then I guess you don't like hearing that, but I don't like hearing it when my diabetes nurse tells me I'm too fat. Sometimes you've got to hear things that you don't like. She doesn't quite say I'm too fat, by the way, that's how I put it. She's a little bit more delicate than that with me. I really should have topped my drink up between videos. Sat there staring at an empty glass. Might have to go and top it up in just a moment. This is just a fold. I mean, his pocket 70s maybe just slightly ahead of his range there, but with him 3-betting, stealing initiative, and having position post flop, it's going to be really hard to make an awful lot of money there with the sevens. I'm really not one for set mining with pocket pairs out of position to 3-bets, unless the 3-bet's too small, or unless we're super deep, or unless I'm doing more than just set mining versus like players that I think are pretty bad. Is this pool starting to shrink? Nope, still 28 in it, should be fine. Not sure why tables are taking so long to populate. Sometimes though, when there's only 20 odd players, and if there are 6 or 7 of them 2 or 3 tabling, then tables won't populate as quickly. So we'll look at the lobby. How many regulars can I spot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's at least 5 full-on regulars in the lobby, which will account probably for 15 of the 28 people. I'm not sure how it works on Triple Eight exactly. There might actually be 28 individual people and then more afterwards. Let's see if we can quickly count it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. No, it's obviously counts bums on seats, not individual players, because I can only see like 18 actual names playing. Willing to play for all the BIOS chips here. Oh, this is the guy who did that weird pot check thing with the nuts. Even with know this guy's passive, a chance we can see a cheap flop here with a fish, hopefully. Flop top pair, which is kind of awkward against the hairy rat. Certainly tied into seeing a turn. When he checks back, I don't think he has a 9 beat ready often at all. So now we'll start betting for value against the day 8 and protection against the hairy bat. It's a pretty shit river card. Can't really bet for value, can't really check call. Guess it's just check fold time. Three deuce. Did not want to bluff the river. When I take a line that makes me incredibly bluffable, he declined to take it, which will do me just fine. Given what we've seen from him so far, safe to say when he check raises, we're out of there with close to all of our range except very nutted stuff. Not a huge fan of small pairs from early middle position, but with 2 fish around we can probably make it sing. That's why I don't really like opening them from early position though, because you miss your set, you're going to get outplayed constantly. Do we bet here to try and get heroed by ace high? Do we check and look to bluff catch? I think we bet and try and get heroed by ace high, don't we? Never mind. Fine result. The fold's certainly better than seeing the raise coming in. Because we would probably have to defend the a6 off, which is never pleasant, but we're getting absurd pot odds. And then we break, and then we check, and then we fold. We don't even get to check fold, we just fold. The king jack off's good enough to 3-bet as a bluff here. He's too weak to call with. We open ourselves up to a squeeze also. But I'm going to assume he's opening enough hands here where we can put decent pressure on. Absolutely snap called. I'm worried now that he has 2 queens exactly, and maybe the ace jack much less like. I think 2 queens is his most likely holding here. We're not going to bet again, but we're probably going to have to call the river if he bets. I think he's good enough to value bet 2 queens on the river. Ace 10, can he call with that? Does he have ace 10 very often? Ace king, wow. Interesting that A, he didn't 4-bet me, and B, he called 2 streets. I mean, especially with my image as a fucking nit. I mean, maybe he doesn't know I'm a nit, but he probably should do if he's a player I think he is from years ago. I mean, he should know enough about me to know that I'm a fucking nit. I think we're going to go and get the drink topped up. Hopefully the music in the background is keeping you suitably entertained whilst we cycle through some rubbish hands. I'm not going to see it versus two players on this dry board. We're going to get picked. Well, we're going to get dunked into it even easier. We're going to get peeled by ace highs and then not know how to continue on turns. We're going to get peeled by pocket pairs as well. Some ladies here and two fish in the blinds. Seems like a promising situation. This guy could spoil it by squeezing. My raise doesn't want to see bet here too often, so we're going to just try something a bit different and go with a check. And once he checks back, we're just going to bet twice for value now and hope he just puts us on some ace high or something. And most of the time I would see bet there, but now and again it's nice just to throw the occasional check in. Don't want to 3-bet the ace queen and open ourselves up to a 4-bet by good enough for you, given he saw us 3-betting with king jack off not that long ago. This fucker's been time banking all night, it's a pain in the ass. Pretty disappointing flop. Maybe should have gone 112 there with 2 rigs in the blinds. Never mind. We didn't. Here's some funny noises. I'm on the wife's vape again, by the way. It's doing some gurgling for some reason. Not sure why. $13 player popping up into the $50 arena like myself. Or maybe he just 6 tables when he plays. Don't 3-bet. Don't 3-bet, motherfucker. Could have called though. It's a bit thin with the bottom end of a straight there on a flushing board, but chances are we just have the best hand, so we need to put a little raise in. Raging Bull in the small blind here. So we'll go with the smaller open. Looking to defend as long as he doesn't size it too big. If he does 3-bet, he just calls. And check back my Queen 9 here. Would probably bet my Queen Jack plus. Doesn't seem like a particularly enticing barrel card to me. I don't really want to check call though. I feel a raise coming. Yep. Never mind. Never mind. Can't win them all. Been 1.5xing, now he's, sorry, 3xing, now he's 2.5xed. Let's see if we can get to showdown with him and figure out what, if anything, he's doing that with. a race here with my back doors. Thinking that maybe he was weaker pre-flop than usual given his sizing, so he's less likely to, if my assumption's right and he is maybe raising some small pairs, small cards, that type of thing there, then the board doesn't necessarily rate to have hit him too hard. Obviously if my read on the sizing difference is wrong pre-flop, then it's going to be a bad raise. That's a big bet. Can't fold just yet. Can't fold to that size. And let me just snap call river if he bets. What did he have there? It's not showing up just yet. Still not. Ah, there it is. Fuck off. Ace deuce. Okie dokie then. Seems like a bad double barrel to me, but hey ho. We're time to start rat holing again. If you want to know why I'm rat holing, check out the last video. I'm not going to explain it again for those guys who watch regularly. It was towards the end, it was like the last quarter of the last video. Essentially, cliff notes are, I only have around $500 on the site, and I don't particularly want to have around 20% of my roll in play. But I do have the rest of my roll spread across various sites and PayPal. I gave more details last time and more reasons why, but that's essentially why. We don't want to be taking no $100 coolers or $160, $170, $180 pot coolers. Especially when we're playing like the upper limits of my skill level and bankroll. Now, probably my bankroll overall across all the sites, probably around, and then PayPal, probably around £2,000 in pounds, I think. I haven't totaled it up recently. So I am rolled for these games. It's just, I think my edge in them is nowhere near as big as it is in lower stakes games. That flop sucks, really. When you squeeze and it comes the Jack Queen flop, it's not nice. Especially against the nit. That's a good turn card, I guess. At this point we're just going to be committed, I think, to the hand. If we bet any jams, we're toast, we're crushed by ace jack, pocket queens, pocket aces. Not a pleasant situation. I'm just going to check, I think. Really hard to get by. The ace queen's about the only thing that we're going to be beating. That could be a little bit wimpy, but against a rock, I mean, he probably did just turn it with ace king there, or pocket nines or something, ace queen or pocket nines or something. King queen suited. We could certainly have got all his money there. That was a bit wimpy of me, but that's nothing to do with the stakes. I would have taken that exact same line at 10-L and 13-L too. It's just a really bad flop against his range of hands for like getting all the money, or even a bad turn card. I mean, in that exact board there, he would have just called the turn and called the river, but you know, Maybe that's a bit weak. When you see the result and see that you won, you think, yeah, we definitely missed value. But when a rock calls and then when a rock calls again, and then it comes the Queen Jack, I'm always, I mean, maybe I'm just a little bit paranoid, a bit monster under the bed, but I've been like this my entire poker career. When I see the Jack Queen flops, I'm usually not too happy, unless I have the Jacks or the Queens, of course. Check back flops. It's nice to put some raises in there sometimes. I mean, if we get 3-bet, we just worries us. But if we check back flops and just only have a raise there when we have strong hands in, it's not going to be great. We picked up a draw. When we check back our air, of course, we picked up a draw. I don't think it's the worst play in the world. What about getting squeezed here? So we'll just take a 3-bet approach. And he shouldn't have a 4. Been a pretty good session so far. Things seem to have been going pretty well for us. On me, to be specific. $5 more and we're off in the rat hole again. I want to see a lot of red there. We didn't get to see a lot of red. Someone's going to donk on this board too. Someone's going to donk. No donk. 6-ball, please. That's not a 6-ball, is it? That's a fucking king. It's absolutely not a 6-ball. what I think of that flop. Good donk, sir. Good donk. That is not a particularly exciting board for me to want to see bet. Wow, just boom with the pot size bet. This guy likes to pot it sometimes. We're going to give him a chance to hang himself here. He did not take the opportunity. Oh, I mean, we're going to fold, but not entirely sure what was going on there. But when we get raised big and we have top pair moderate kicker, we go scuttling off into the distance. No hope Kronos here. He hasn't seemed too active so far. Hope he doesn't squeeze us here. Sometimes I will 3-bet versus fish tags on the button with this type of hand just to isolate, but we had the fish in the blinds. And then we get a pretty crap flop. So 2 overs in the back door straight draw though, so we'll just call and see what he does on the turn. We're going to hope to win. And we do win. Do it, Shauna. Do it. Oh, just quit then. I was going to slow roll as well. I was going to slow roll Shauna for 20 cents. Because that's the kind of dick that I am. Proper naughty. Other man, you don't see that too often. So we got the situation we didn't want, which was the good player calling us on the button and the fish in the small blind folding. Need to check some of our queens here, so Queen 10 seems like a good one to be checking. Probably check Queen Jack 2 and just see bet with King Queen plus. Although it is going to put us in some awkward situations versus a good player who's probably very capable of attacking our capped range. Pocket 8, I do not understand that turn barrel. I do not understand it, but it's end of the video and it's time to rat hole, so good timing. I'm going to try and do one more tonight. I mean, not sure if the games are still okay. Still 33 players in the lobby, so it might still have some life in it. I'm going to call this ace-8 suited on the button versus a likely fish. Backdoor wheel. Overcard, backdoor flush draw. Let's see a turn, see what happens. That seems like a good one. Don't think he's bluffing. Don't think this is a spot where the fish bluffs very often. But we're getting nearly 3-1, and if we hit our club, then we're probably going to be golden. Maybe even the ace is going to be good. I'm going to make a loose call here and just cross fingers for green. Oh, that's not green, is it? We're not going to attempt it if he checks. We're going to be a little bit annoyed that we've put $7.50 into a pot that we've no hope of winning, and move on. Okay, there we go. End of this video. Hope again you've enjoyed it. Any questions, comments, etc., leave them below, and there'll be another one out in a few days. Bye for now.